everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of Windows Server Core 2022 tips and tricks. Today we're gonna touch on the subject of DNS, so how you can actually install DNS on your Windows Server Core and how to manage DNS and how to change different things related to it. So first of all, the one thing that I forgot to do previously when I was actually setting up my Windows Server Core, I wanted to disable IPv6. So if you are interested how to do this, I can now present. So actually first we need to check our adapters. So this is the name of my adapter. And now I'm gonna disable IPv6. Okay. So first of all, in the previous video I have been showing how to deploy the domain controller feature on your Windows Server Core, and once the deployment has finished, I also had basic DNS installed. So I have the DNS feature installed. I don't have the forward, I think I don't have the forward lookup zone. Maybe I do, I will check in a moment. For sure I don't have the reverse lookup zone created, and I don't have any CNAME records created as well. I have probably an A record. So first of all, let's check if we actually have DNS installed. So the feature is installed, as you can see. Now let's check what kind of forwarders do we have. So DNS forwarders, sorry. So at the moment I have two. This is the first one and the second one. So I want to have only the first one. So I will remove the second one. And I will only stay with the first one. Okay, so now if we go to our Explorer.exe, we can actually check in this path on C drive Windows System 32 DNS. You can actually check what kind of stuff you have actually configured. So we can open this. This is just Notepad, because there is no information in this file, but there are information in this file. So if you put this file here, you can see that the database file for your DDR local DNS. So this is what I have created. So I have an NS record for WinCore DC, a zone record, and again an NS record for WinCore -DC DDR local. Okay. From here we can actually navigate to Control Panel, and we can go to System and Security and Administrative Tools. If you have actually watched all of my videos from the beginning, you saw me installing some additional things to the Windows Core server that allow me to open the DNS like it was just in a GUI version. So let's say I have some GUI-ish apps here. So basically from now on you could do everything just by pointing and clicking So you don't need to even go here and do it from the command line. You can do it from here, but we're gonna do it from the command line, and we're gonna observe what kind of changes are gonna be taken here. So let's take a look in our lookup zone. We have my primary lookup zone, which is the DDR local. I have a record for this server. I'm just gonna check here. So is the name resolved? It is resolved. That's good. Okay, I didn't create yet pointed a PTR record. So as you can see, because I don't have any reverse lookup zones created as well. Let's check here exactly, and let's go here as well. General. Okay. Name server. Okay, the name is resolved. Fine. So this is how it looks. Okay, but if in any chance, if you would like to create your new primary zone, let's say you didn't have anything created in the forward lookup zone, you can always do it by typing this command. So add DNS server primary zone, then you specify the name, let's say DC01, and the zone file, which is this one. Let's create it and let's take a look. I'm just gonna maybe refresh. And if we take a look in our forward lookup zone, here is our primary lookup zone, standard primary lookup zone, right? So I'm just gonna delete it because I don't need it. I'm gonna stay with the default one. Okay. Next thing, we can actually check the DNS records for our domain. How to do it? So if you don't have those GUIsh apps that I was talking about, so these ones, then you can also check your DNS records using Get-DNS server source record, and then you just need to specify your domain, which is the zone name, and then these are all the records that are being specified for my domain right now. And the types of records, so A record, NS record, SAR record, SRV record, and so on and so on. Okay, so now I would like to add a alias. So I would like to add a alias record, so CNAME record. So in order to do that, we're gonna use the following. We're gonna do add DNS server resource record record CNAME. Of course, specifying the zone, the host name alias. So I'm gonna change this. I'm just gonna pull it up from here. Properties. I'm gonna copy this. And we're gonna specify the name for the CNAME. It's gonna be just server. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna go back, refresh everything, go to the forward lookup zone, and there is our CNAME alias created, right? We can go inside. Okay. Of course, you can how you can actually list the CNAMEs on your server from the DNS. So we will do get DNS server resource record. again specifying the zone name and RR type. Of course, we are looking for CNAME. You can type here a record. Let's say a record. Gonna see we got a records here. We got CNAME. So CNAMEs, SRVs, right? SRVs, and I think so. So there you go. Very easy and quite fast how you can actually find all the relative records that you're looking for. Okay, if you are interested in adding a record this time, which I don't need at the moment, but probably in the future videos I will use it, because I'm gonna also show you how you can deploy the DHCP feature and how to set it up properly. So in order to add a record to your DNS, I will have to maybe paste it a little bit differently. Okay, sorry about that. Right, so we got add DNS server resource record A. Name is gonna be DHCP. Zone name, of course, specifying the and the IP address of the DHCP server or the computer, workstation, whatever you are adding to the DNS, right? Printer, whatever. So this is how it actually looks like. So let's add it. Now let's refresh again. Let's go to the forward lookup zone, and there we have our DHCP, right? Added. So I'm just gonna throw it out because I don't need it. Right. And of course, if you are looking for the A records, then again, right, get DNS server resource record, zone name, and RR type A. You can specify all of the records here. Sorry if I'm telling some things twice, because I'm just going through all my notes. Okay, so now we want to create a reverse lookup zone, because this is what we are actually looking for here to finish up our DNS. So in order to create the forward lookup zone, we are gonna use add DNS server primary zone, computer name. So here I'm just gonna change the name, of course, because I'm just gonna again copy this name. So this is the main name. Then we are specifying the network on which the server is. So in my case, this is the network. And then the replication scope is going to be forced. Okay. So now let's actually refresh everything. And as you can see, here is our reverse lookup zone, forward and reverse. So let's go into the reverse lookup zone here. Let's go here and let's check if our name, as you can see, the IP address of our server is not resolved. If this is unknown, you will get errors doing NS lookup. So I will just need to go here, resolve. I'll just delete this, apply. Okay, let's check if the same took. Yeah, everything is fine now. Okay. So we got our forward and reverse lookup zones set up here. The only thing that is left, we need to do pointers, right? Because we need to point some stuff. So you can of course do it manually. You just go here to the properties, update associated PTR record, okay. You go back here, just refresh, and there it is. Okay, so if you would like to add the PTR record not through the GUIsh app, but you want to do it through the command line, so let's actually delete this and okay, let's bear in mind that my IP address for this server, my IP address for the server is this. Sorry about that. Again, asset evaluation. Okay, so this is my IP address, and the command looks like this for adding the PTR record. So add DNS server resource record PTR, and here you are specifying different things. So what is the name? The name is actually corresponding to the last digit of your IP address. So in my case it's number 14. So you need to put 14 here, or whatever number you have at the end of your IP address. Of course, next you add the PTR domain name, so your full qualified domain name of this server, of course, because I'm adding the PTR record for this server. If I would be adding to something else, then you would take let's say DHCP, DDR local, or whatever, some kind of printer. Of course, you need to specify the zone, so you need to just maybe go here and copy the zone, right? You can go always here and just copy it. Okay, because it needs to be the same, and the computer name, of course, the computer name corresponds to your main name of the server. Okay, so this is how it looks, and after doing this we got our PTR record created for our server, and it looks like it should. Okay, so basically that's it. If it goes to DNS, it's pretty straightforward, nothing complicated here, I think. If you wish, you can use the GUIsh app. If not, you can use the command line. It's up to you. Okay, at the end, we can always, of course, restart everything after all of those changes. We can clear the cache, that's the first thing. Second, let's check, maybe not configure, but we could actually, I wanted to check the properties. The properties of the DNS, so the forwarders, as you can see, I got only one forwarder, but as you can see, attempting to resolve, right? Attempting to resolve, okay. So validation is okay, fine. Advanced, monitoring, security, right. We can refresh everything once again. We have cleared the cache, set aging scavenging for all zones. So you can actually set those parameters as well. The time between the most recent refresh of a record timestamp and the moment when the timestamp may be refreshed again. So you can change those intervals if you wish. Okay, so I guess everything is fine. Let's check NS lookup. Okay. Okay, so at the end we're just gonna restore the service. So let's restart the DNS service. And I'm gonna actually restart the computer probably. Let's check one more thing. Okay, so let's wait a moment. Of course, I have also went to sconfig and I have changed my DNS settings. And we'll see if NS lookup actually resolves everything like it should. Okay, so sorry it took a while, needed to restart everything. So just bear in mind that after all of the DNS changes, I have actually changed my configuration here. So as you can see, my primary DNS is my server right now. If we actually go to NSLOOKUP, it's resolving the name. So now we can actually try to resolve this. As you can see, it resolves. Now server.ddr local, so my CNAME, and at the end we should do a ping. Okay, so it resolved, and now let's do a ping -a. We're gonna ping this IP address, and everything works as expected. So this is DNS, and I hope you liked the video. Sorry it took a while, but that's how it goes sometimes. As always, like and subscribe. Consider being a supporter if you like the content. In the next video I will show you how to configure DHCP. So until then.